to this SEC baseball tournament. The Gators and the Crimson Tide coming your way in a matter of moments, as the 2026 SEC baseball tournament on this SEC network is presented by Regions Bank. Boy, the Florida Gators come in as one of the hottest teams in this league. They have won 9 of their last 10, clearly playing their best baseball of the season, and at the right time. They get a big win yesterday to move on. And Tyler Fay, who blanked these Gators, not only just in the run column, but in the hit column earlier this year, back on the mound to face the Gators. You know the Gators would love to be getting a base hit early on. Speaking of base hits, a big one for Georgia in our first game today. Brennan Hudson with a 3-run homer for the nation's leading home run hitting team, and that was the difference as Georgia moves on. They'll take the day off tomorrow and return on Saturday to take on the winner of this one coming up in a matter of moments between the Gators and the Tide. You see Texas and Texas A&M. They will play tomorrow, the 2 and 3 seeds. And welcome inside, everybody. Dave Neal alongside the mayor, Kyle Peterson. Glad you could join us. And here we go. We got Alabama, Florida. Yep. It was a huge weekend for Alabama earlier this year when these two teams met. Alabama played great. Both these teams have some stars, and it starts at shortstop. I don't think we're going to find any better shortstops in the same field at the same time.
No, and Justin LeBron has kind of been famous from the time that he got on campus,
pretty much.
It feels like. And it's only continued to get better. If you look at some of the numbers this year, there's some things that maybe you thought would be a little bit better. What you didn't was a home run number, which he leads Alabama in. And ultimately for LeBron, you're just kind of waiting for something great to happen. Brendan Lawson has 15 home runs, and he went an entire month in the middle of the season without hitting one. That's how hot he could get, and we already saw it in Florida's game 1 here where he went deep. Just a sophomore, but will be one of the top 5 to 10 overall picks in the draft next year.
Certainly he's battled through a little bit of pain, but he is playing really well. For more on his story, let's get you down to the field. Here's Chris Budd.
Yeah, KP mentioned it. There was a stretch there where he went 2 of 30. So how do you fix your swing? Well, you do a little backyard baseball. His dad traveled in from Toronto to see him play in a series. They went out, they found a local high school, started hitting, got kicked out of the high school, then made their way back to the swamp and the cages there. But he had said that, listen, my dad has always known when he can look at my swing, figure out what is wrong. And since then, you guys showed the numbers, has been on a tear.
And when he's at a high level, he changes the whole dynamic of their team. I mean, he's such a big piece of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the most feared bats in the country, but obviously the most feared bat in this lineup that has the ability to do some damage too. I mean, he's not the only guy. We don't have a graphic like this very often where it talks about leading D1 9-hole hitters in the country, but
that's going deep.
Hayden Yost has 10 home runs.
Yeah.
And he's hitting 9th, and they've kept him at 9th. Blake Sear has got really hot, and honestly, this year has been such a jump from last year for Sear back to the Blake Sear that we're used to seeing.
Well, on the mound for Alabama, Tyler Fay. And it has been a really good year for Tyler. I mean, we talk about the no-hitter, which is certainly one of those great moments for any baseball player to have, but 9 and 3 with a whip at just a tick over 1.
Davies from Nebraska. What do you expect?
Good
All right,
point. Valid.
Good things happen.
I don't know. What was I thinking?
I don't know, but we'll get there. It's a big-time slider, and it's a ton of swing and miss on the slider for Tyler Fay. He fills up the strike zone, 20 walks this year in over 8 innings, so roughly 2 walks per 9 this year for Fay, and it was a lot of strikes against Florida the first time out.
Well, I can't say enough about Rob Vaughn putting his team in position to win. They won 18 conference games this year, comes in as the 4th seed in the SEC in this brutally tough league on a team that doesn't really field it that well. They don't hit it very well, but yet here they are.
And they keep on winning. What they do is they win pretty well.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's kind of what they've done.
Kevin O'Sullivan has done exactly that in his career at Florida. I mean, he is a machine putting together rosters every single year. And as he said yesterday after the game, he says, you know, one of the things he's most proud of is to watch his teams grow throughout the season. And he felt like this team has done just that. They are playing their best baseball at the end. And we've seen it. I mean, there is a history in that regard with Florida where they have gotten off to really sluggish starts in the league, but then become one of the hotter teams in the country.
Which I think you could qualify them as that right now. I mean, this is a Florida team that now looks like a team that could win the whole thing. Now, the question becomes how well can they play here, and can it potentially push them up into a top 8? They're going to host. That's a lock. Strength of schedule is always there. Their non-conference, they took all 3 games they played against Florida State. They won 2 against Miami, were rained out in the 3rd, and the numbers against Quad 1 have been extremely solid all year.
Well, Florida has won 7 SEC tournament titles, the last of which was back in 2015. They'll need to win a few more games to get to that point. Kyle Jones will lead things off. The sophomore center fielder out of Athens, Georgia, made a great catch last night, kind of face planted on the wall, but he was just fine. And no swing as they go down to first base. Eric Gaucher letting us know. Tyler Fay, I wonder what's going through his mind. The last time you faced these guys, you totally annihilated them. So, and then on the flip side, what's going through Florida's mind?
I'll tell you what is going through Tyler Fay's mind based on what the first pitch of the game was, is they're going to be aggressive because he threw a first pitch slider to start the game, which you don't see many guys do. And I think you will see that from Florida's offense. They know Fay's going to be in the zone, and they're going to be swinging early.
1-2 to the leadoff man, Kyle Jones. 5 homers and 36 runs batted in for Kyle. And a good start for Tyler Fay.
Well, we showed the graphic coming on about the swing and miss against Tyler Fay's slider, and it's even better against right-handers. This one, 2 in a row to Kyle Jones. Strike 2, strike 3. Both of them swinging. A good start for Fay yet again against the Gators.
So the 2-hole hitter, Brendan Lawson, who we talked about at the top of the show, at 304 now, 15 homers and 42 runs batted in. One stays up in the zone. Clint Fagan, by the way, calling the balls and strikes. There are the numbers on Lawson. As he moves forward, do you think he can stay at shortstop?
No, but I think he can play second or third. I mean, he played some first last year. You could probably put him in the outfield. He's a good athlete, but he doesn't. I don't think shortstop is where he is long term. What he is elite hitter.
Yeah.
And they'll figure out a place he's going to play defensively.
Boy, big swing from Lawson. Nothing to show for it. 2-1. Foul tip back into the mid. Florida comes in to this game hitting .276 as a team. That is tied for 11th with Arkansas. And if they swing it like Arkansas did yesterday, they'll have a pretty good day.
The number's going to go north.
Lawson with a home run and a double yesterday in this ballpark. Only 1 home run in our first game today. Quiet day in that regard. For the first 2 days, we were seeing balls leave here like it was a Little League park. Sharply hit, gloved over there by Luke Vaughn. That was hit at 99 miles an hour, but Vaughn had him played perfectly. 2 down.
Yeah, it looked like a slider right there. They were trying to surprise it, get it underneath Lawson's hands. He put a good swing on it, just hit it right to the wrong guy.
Here's Blake Sear. First pitch he sees, he'll foul that away. Coming into this tournament, Florida, over a 9-game stretch, had hit 25 home runs.
Doesn't it feel like we're saying that about just about
teams,
everybody right now?
They had 19 doubles in that stretch as well. Did he go? No. 1-2 to Sear. Sear with a dozen homers and 50 runs batted in. Gators coming off that series-ending sweep of LSU, picking up their win yesterday over Vanderbilt. 2-2 to Sear. Tyler Fay looking sharp. When we come back, we will see the Alabama shortstop, the number 10 overall prospect in the upcoming big league draft. We'll grab his bat.
They are, of course, led by Justin LeBron, one of the highly touted draft prospects.
This guy is a rock star.
Outdoors, not gonna fly. An absolute moonshot.
Not too much longer until LeBron hears his name called early in the MLB draft.
Justin LeBron will hit 2 in this lineup today. As Rob Vaughn fills his lineup card like this. Brady Neal's had such a fantastic season. Jason Torres hitting cleanup. John Lim behind the plate. Then it's Hines, Holt, Vaughn, and Peyton Steele. But LeBron has been the story and the headline this year, and good and bad. I mean, he's a headline because the expectations are so high, but also a headline because it hasn't quite been what people were expecting, and certainly that sometimes can be a heavy weight to lift. But Liam Peterson, a little sluggish out of the gate, but we're starting to see why people talked about him so highly.
Yeah, it's mid-90s, and it starts there. 2 different breaking balls, but the curveball is the one that gets the most swing and miss. How about that bottom one? He is not allowed an extra base hit this year against the curveball. So when he gets to that spot, and it is a hammer top to bottom curveball, slider behind it, pretty good changeup to lefties too.
He'll start things off with Bryce Fowler hitting .321 with 5 home runs. Well, you know, last night we had a huge crowd here with Auburn on display with LSU, and Alabama bringing them back to the Hoover Met here this afternoon for their fans. This one's touched out to right. Fowler, did he get enough? No, it's going to be just shy of the wall. Catch made out there by Hayden Yost on the warning track. And now here is LeBron. Justin LeBron out of Miramar, Florida. His 3rd season with the Crimson Tide. He came into Alabama. As you look at him now, he's weighing about 190 pounds, but he came to Alabama when he was here as a freshman, 155 pounds.
But even then, as a true freshman, was one of the centerpieces of Alabama's lineup. And obviously, he's filled out. The power has started to come, which he thought it would. The error number is up there this year. He's made 17 errors at shortstop. And that is one thing that jumps off the page a little bit, but superstar ability jumps off the page, too.
That one's high in the air. Jade Curlin says he has it, and he does. That'll be 2 down. Mention those errors. LeBron was on the SEC all-defensive team last year. And it really wasn't for LeBron. It wasn't necessarily he makes the dazzling play. It's been the routine one that he's kind of butchered this year.
It's like he gets bored.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't hit it to me. I may have to go somewhere to get it.
Here is Brady Neal. Former LSU Tiger, been in Alabama now a couple of years. And it has just been a fun season for this young man. He knew it was his last go round and had a great attitude about it. Things hadn't really gone his way. Battled through injuries at LSU, and his kind of just carefree attitude has allowed him to, A, step away from the plate and go out and play some outfield, which he had never done. And he's turned it into one heck of a season.
Yeah, it's cool to see. You know, a guy that really hasn't had, he battled some injuries this year, but hasn't had the ability to get through a full season healthy. And when he is healthy, you see the type of numbers he can put up.
Okay, so now I need to.
By the way, that's back-to-back 99s right there
Yeah.
from Peterson. Just want to make sure that we cover that.
Brady's getting a piece
That's
of
good.
it. But I'm just looking. You walk to the plate, you're Brady Neal, right? You're hitting 322 on the year with 7 homers and 40 runs batted in. But you look at the big board, the video screen, it says you're hitting 294 with 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. Do you think that gets your attention? Maybe it did. That's just funny to see.
Take that, scoreboard guy.
I know. He's like, wait a minute, man. You know I'm hitting 322. Base hit for Brady Neal.
You just don't miss anything, do you, Neil?
No. Well, I got to take care of my namesake right here.
He was fastball heavy, came back with a slider right there. And good adjustment by Neal. It fouled a 99-mile-an-hour fastball off, took an 86-mile-an-hour slider right back up the middle for a 2-out single.
I love when you break down his game and you say things like that's just a great swing by Neal. When you drop those.
It's going to be Brady the rest of the game.
Yeah, I know.
Brady and.
I should have never said anything. Here's Jason Torres. Jason at 239 with 7 homers and 45 RBIs. Brady stolen 4 bases this year over at first base, but 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. When Peterson is on, what is it that makes you feel that he could be dominant?
Fastball control.
Ground ball. Oh, Lawson can't get it out of his glove. He's frustrated because he made a great play to get to it.
It's a 90-mile-an-hour slider. For Lawson, he's kind of stuck in the mud a little bit too. You can see the right arm come back, and then if he doesn't get a good handle on it the first time, just not enough time to throw out. Brady and at second base, and now first and second, 2 out for Alabama.
You know, Chris Burke brought it up early in the game, in our first game today, about this infield dirt being watered down so much. It's been so hot and whatnot, but it gets kind of sticky and muddy, and we saw it affect a base runner earlier today, and maybe that had some sort of effect on Lawson there. Just kind of you hit the dirt and kind of. There wasn't much slide to it. Just something Chris Burke picked up on, not me.
He's not here anymore.
Oh, don't have to give him credit then.
No. He's talking to himself on I-65 right now. And then answering his own questions.
Yeah, talking about his round yesterday to himself, going through shot by shot.
So I said to myself, Self, did you see that swing on 4?
Oh, 2 on Lim. Swing and a miss.
There's your 100.
And the inning is over and triple digits.
I'd say Mr. Peterson's feeling okay today. A couple 99s, finish it with 100 elevated. 2 hits in the inning for Alabama, but a scoreless first. 54 right there.
Tyler Fay produced just the 9th no-hitter in Alabama program history back on March 20th against the then-ranked 18th Florida Gators, becoming the first Tide pitcher since 1942 to record an individual 9-inning no-hitter. It was a marvelous night for Tyler Fay and company, and got through the first inning cleanly in a 1-2-3 frame. Got a strikeout, a line out, and a strikeout, and now he'll face Ethan Surwick, Caden McDonald, and Carson Bowen. For more on that no-hitter, let's go down to Chris Budd.
Listen, you throw a no-hitter, you do everything. I mean, everything you did that game, including what you ate, which for Tyler was sushi from Publix. So even if he has to DoorDash something, he will make sure that he has his Publix sushi, which I'm concerned, KP. I know my grocery stores by region pretty well.
Yeah.
If they make it to Omaha, do we got Publix nearby?
No. But you could always DoorDash. You just fly it in from Kansas City. I'm sure they'd probably do that.
Or maybe you just whip them up.
That feels safe.
Hey, Chris, KP is a sushi machine. He could whip it up in the kitchen at the Peterson house.
We'll send him to Blue.
Exactly.
I think you just found the answer.
Whatever works. I mean, Tyler Fay just, I mean, it is a crazy story. First of all, just to be able to no-hit this Florida team.
They dominated Florida that weekend. I mean, it was one of those weekends, and Kevin O'Sullivan said it afterwards. He's like, I don't, that's not us.
That was the first time the Gators had been no-hit since 1963, and that was in a 7-inning game. That one's fouled out of play. The former walk-on from Nebraska.
Doniphan, Nebraska. Let me give you one guess. What do you think population of Doniphan, Nebraska is?
Based on the way you're saying that, I'm going to say like 1,122.
810.
And have you been there?
I've been through it.
Okay.
Does that count?
Sure.
There's no Publix
So
in
no sushi there at the Publix. Okay.
No.
That ball is fouled out of play. But you go from a guy that was just out there and just wanted to keep playing baseball, didn't have much of a chance, and just hung around the program, finally gets on the team.
Hey, Friday night in the SEC, you no-hit Florida, and you got a chance to be a top 8 national seed.
And you no-hit the team you grew up loving. Yeah. And the first hit for Florida. In 10 innings against Tyler Fay.
A good piece by Surwick right there. He got that slider that just kind of stayed up a little bit. That one was a bit flat, so enough for him to get the barrel to it. 10 straight no-hit innings now broke up by Surwick. Leadoff single here to start the second.
Surwick is such a good hitter. I've been a fan of him this year. Didn't get a chance to play at Ole Miss last year, but has been an everyday guy for the Gators. Caden McDonald, another great story, two-way player. Boy, it was about a month ago that he just kind of, it just happened. Here he comes.
The good doctor.
He has been a fantastic addition to the lineup.
He was studying for his organic chem final. They went back and said, hey, just want to let you know, you may want to put the book down for a little bit. You're actually in the lineup today. He said, well, I'm not quite done with this chapter. And when I get done, I'll head out there.
Ground ball. Here's LeBron trying to make a turn, and they're able to get the double play as McDonald is retired. That ball was hit really hard right at Holtz.
Yeah, there's some bad hitting luck sometimes. 111 off the bat means you squared it up, and he did. I mean, that's a two-hop missile to hold out at second base. Plenty of time for LeBron, even though it's not fielded perfectly at second, but didn't need to be, and that's a big-time arm across the diamond.
So 2 down for Fay. Carson Bowen, 249, the Gator catcher. First pitch he sees, little number off the mound. Fay fields, throws, and got him at first. So he gives up the hit, but he comes back to get the double play, and then the little number back to him ends the inning. And we are scoreless. Head to the bottom of the second.
Athlete alert. Faye Field in his position to get Alabama off the diamond.
The 2026 SEC Baseball Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. Part of the fanfare just up the hill from Hoover Metropolitan Stadium. Good day. Come watch a little ball. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. Semifinals set for Saturday and the championship game on Sunday on ABC. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. Eric Hines hitting .288 with 7 home runs on the year. .6'3", 230 for the true freshman out of Tuscaloosa. Watching him swing the bat, he is.
It can come off the bat very aggressively when it's centered up.
He looks at a strike there. 2-2.
And it looks like they're going to try to spin it against him. That's 4 straight sliders in the at bat.
Came out of high school as the #1 ranked outfielder in the state of Alabama, 2nd best overall prospect. And it's full 3-2. We got the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Just does get a piece of it. Like, this would be a really big collision if he barreled 98, 99.
Yes. You see a lot of dented baseballs, but you would there.
99.
Really? Okay.
All right. I've got to think 2 high leverage fastballs. You got to spin something here, right? I mean,
you can throw a strike. I mean, I think it's the biggest thing. It's whatever you can throw with the most conviction to throw a strike. Yeah, if you got to pick one, I'd rather throw a slider.
And there it was.
This is pretty impressive now. I mean, that's because the first pitch of the bat was a slider. He swung through and he looked totally full. He just fouled off 99 in his neck, and then a really good 3-2 slider to stay alive.
9th pitch of this at bat. Goes slider again and gets him.
But when Peterson is right, and it sure looks like he's right today, he can add depth or add horizontal to that slider. And this one he got around a little bit more, so it doesn't have quite as much velocity because the hand gets around it. but ultimately it gives it more side to side. That had more horizontal break away from the right-handed hitter than other sliders in that at bat did, and they got it all the way off the bat.
Out number one here in the bottom of the second. Here is Brendan Holt, second baseman for the Crimson Tide. The grad student transfer from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He looks at a strike. He's been around a little bit. Was at LSU in 22, Oklahoma State in 23, South Alabama in 24 and 25. Wrapping things up in the capstone. Fouls that one off his foot. Well, we were here last night for the LSU Auburn game. Really well played game, well pitched. Watching LSU, they stayed at the ballpark last night for over an hour. They just didn't want to leave the field. They knew the season was over. It was kind of painful to watch.
I mean, it probably took a good 10 minutes to pack up afterwards.
Yeah.
And they were all still leaning on the top railing in the dugout. Nobody had left at that point.
An hour later, they started to file their way out to the buses on a late night here at Hoover. Holt, little pop up, and
what a game. What a game.
What are the chances of positioning a ball off a bat that was thrown at 99 miles an hour right there?
The old exit velo of 42 that just checks up right there. I mean, there's nothing anybody can do. Peterson can't get there in time to make the play. You make your pitch. But again, we talked about it last night. There is still a continued value of putting the ball in play. You never know, something good could happen, and it does for Holt right there.
Here's Luke Vaughn to step in.
I understand that move right there. Like, I just broke your bat in 17 pieces. If it's a wood bat, you are going to get dirty. I am picking right now.
That one's down in the zone. Holt is a threat to run. He is 15 of 17. LeBron leads this team with 37 stolen bases. Luke Vaughn, see the numbers for Luke. 213, 8 homers, and 27 runs batted in. Boy, he hits this one high in the air out to center field, and it dies on the track. Boy, the way that Kyle Jones broke on that made me think that one had a legit chance to get out of here. Wind is blowing out a bit.
Yep. That was a little more comfortable route out in center field than Kyle Jones had in the first inning yesterday.
That one left the bat at 100 miles an hour. See what happens if you hit it 100 versus 42. You can get it out of the infield. But
and then they catch it.
One of them's an out and one of them's a base hit. Here's Peyton Steele hitting 9th in the lineup. Steele 230, couple of home runs. Alabama's hit 69 home runs on the year. That is 12th in the league. Georgia with 147, leading the country.
The defense has challenged the ball call.
So that one does catch a piece of the strike zone. We've had 59% of the challenges overturned. That was the 70th challenge of the tournament. 49 of those have been by the catcher. Swing and a miss.
You know what we haven't had? One challenge by a pitcher.
Yeah.
And you won't see it.
The batter has challenged 21 times. They've been successful 9 of those, 43%.
think it was Scherzer in spring training when they asked him about it, said, I'll never challenge a pitch, ever. And a lot of it is just the emotion that you have when you're out there. And you're kind of naturally built to think everything is a little bit better than it is. That's why most of these head coaches are just taking it totally out of the pitcher's hands.
Talking to Lance Cormier, the former Alabama pitcher, big leaguer, about it too, and he says that sometimes a lot of pitchers, the way that they throw brings them across and their head is not even looking, and all you see, the catcher could frame it, and when your head pops up, it's sitting in the middle of the plate, but he didn't see that where the catcher actually caught it. Swing and a miss, and Peterson gives up the little number for a base hit, but after that on lockdown. Scoreless after 2 here in Hoover. When we come back, we'll check in with that man, Kevin O'Sullivan.
Welcome to the 2026 SEC Baseball Tournament on the SEC Network, presented by Regions Bank. Joined by Florida head coach Kevin O'Sullivan. Already into the second inning, you get a hit off Tyler Fay. When you guys were going to look at your last outing against him, what changes in the approach for him?
Well, we just got to be a little bit more aggressive early in the count. He's got 4 pitches. He mixes extremely well, and the first time we played him, it seemed like it was 0-1 the entire night. So we're trying to get off some better swings earlier in the count.
For you guys, these 9 wins over the last 10 games, when you look at what you've done, particularly at the plate, what has been the difference?
I think inserting Doc has helped. Obviously, you know, Ken McDonald. Inserting him into the lineup has certainly gave us a lift, and obviously, you know, the emergence of Hayden Yost.
I appreciate the time.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Little chopper to the right side, going to be a tough play, and Fay able to get on the bag in time. Well, we've seen some very athletic plays from the pitchers, which is shocking.
This is one of the toughest. I heard you.
Okay, good.
This is one of the toughest plays to make on the mound, because watch the route that Fay takes. You want to take a direct route, but he goes a little bit deep, and the minute he goes deep, now you got to peel off. Now it's ball, where's the bag, and your footing has to be perfect if you don't have enough time to look down. Watch his foot before his head comes down. Now he's peeking, but he's already there. If he misses it the first time, he's safe.
First out of the inning, Cade Curlin steps in. Curlin on the year hitting .269 with 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. Right back to Fay. 2 down. And now comes Hayden Yost. Just heard Kevin O'Sullivan talk about Hayden, the junior, Tampa, Florida. Just slowly pieces have started to kind of mold together as this season has gone on. They've got a really good outfield. I mean, when you start thinking about Sear, Jones, and Yost in the outfield, that's pretty legit threesome.
You know, I was thinking about this today, Dave, when I was looking at Yost numbers out of the 9-hole. I've got a lot of experience out of the 9-hole myself. Yeah. And so it's a lot easier for me to think about hitters that hit right there.
Talk talked to Yost this morning. He said a lot of what he's done over the last couple of weeks was going back to video and watching his mechanics, making a change, the biggest one being a flatter swing. And he said since then, when you look at the numbers and 7 home runs in the last 9 games, has really built his confidence, but it's come from being able to watch video and being able to point out what has been the difference.
And I guess once you kind of find that, I mean, just
then
everything
the key
about
is for it to stay. And obviously it has stayed around for Yost. That's a big shot in the arm to an offense. If you can find somebody that can provide you that kind of juice that really wasn't up until that point, but now could be a game changer. Look out.
Sharply hit, but foul.
Play, dude.
Well done. Well, this happened yesterday right here in this very ballpark.
That's a please stay fair look right there. Just stay fair. Just stay fair because it's going far enough. It's pretty workmanlike by the Gators yesterday.
Yeah. 8-3 win. 14 hits. Vanderbilt held to just 6 hits. Brendan Lawson 3 for 3 with a home run and a double. That one's fouled off. Yost yesterday 3 for 4. You know, the Gators also, one of the things with their season this year, midway through, they're just kind of fighting some nagging injuries on guys. They never really could get a consistent lineup out there. And it seems like they have found that rhythm. Kyle Jones has been out there every day. He waits for an opportunity to hit. That is a called strike 3. He'll have to wait another inning, though, because Tyler Fay is just continuing. He's given up a hit, but he looks just as good as he did against the Gators in the regular season. Omaha is
The celebration is on.
well, the top 8 national seeds, according to D1Baseball.com. Their projections have UCLA 1, Georgia Tech 2. There are the Bulldogs at 3. They won earlier today. Going to be a lot of fun in Chapel Hill. But then it's all SEC, Texas, Alabama, Auburn, and A&M, the 8th seed. Alabama right there with 18 wins. And I'll say it again. I mean, from a statistical standpoint, Alabama is at the bottom end of the SEC in hitting and defense. And how Rob Vaughn has convinced these guys
100%, man.
that they are so much better than any number that they can look at.
This is his 3rd year at Alabama. If you go look at their conference record, every year it gets better and better, and then this year better. And he made a regional his last 2 years in Maryland. I mean, the guy can really coach.
It's yeah, there's just something contagious about him. When you're around him,
Yeah.
You kind of
And
get
it's
that.
immediate.
Yeah.
It's immediate where you walk away and you're like, that's an impressive dude.
And I'm sure there were a lot of people initially at Alabama going, we're getting a Maryland head coach.
Hey, man, he won the Big Ten the last 2 years
But
he
I'm
was
just
in Maryland.
saying, but you're in the SEC and you're going, we're going to get a guy from Maryland. That's what I'm just saying as somebody who knows this league for 30-something years, that your fan base is probably saying that. And now they're probably going, you're never going to get my coach again.
Thankfully, we got the guy
from Maryland. Right. Two and two to Bryce Fowler. Off the glove of Peterson. Lawson. That was rather smooth.
We got to give an assist to Peterson right there, because if he doesn't slow this down, this ball's in center field. But enough of it right there gave Lawson a chance to field it. That's only part of it. I mean, then you got a throw that you almost never have to make. I think he's on the outfield grass by the time he makes his throw. Just enough off that glove to throw it straight up in the air. With both feet on the outfield grass taking him away from first base, he throws a strike and just gets Fowler at first.
One down for LeBron.
Kenny Dunlap, give me a fizz. We're calling that 163. Okay.
You asked Ken, you didn't ask me.
Nope,
I'm
I looked
insulted.
right past you.
I'm insulted. Again. Ground ball. They're going to say fair ball, and there's no way they get LeBron. Surwick just eats it. And an infield hit for Justin LeBron.
There's times when guys put the ball in play. If they hit it 450 feet, it's an empty feeling. When LeBron does this, it's immediately an empty feeling, because you know there is nothing that anyone on the field can do to throw him out.
LeBron has been fantastic stealing bases. Only caught one time in 38 attempts. Here's Brady Neal. 1 for 1. First pitch he sees. Fouls it out of play. By the way, they got Brady's numbers right up on the big board now, so he should be excited. Remember, they had him like hitting 60 points lower. But now now they're right. You can't miss it. That's a huge video board out there. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. Well, the Peterson-Neal matchup today. Advantage Neal so far with the base hit earlier. Kind of like the golf course.
I heard that too.
I know you just weren't going to respond.
No.
Liam Peterson, 45 pitches. That one stays up and away, 2-2. You know, I get you want to keep LeBron close to first base. I mean, when he runs, he's 99% successful. So
your hold times and differing your times to home plate are ultimately what mess with a great base runner, unless you've got a big time pickoff and you get a chance to pick him off. But other than that, it has to be different cadences going to home plate.
That is a foul ball. Did you ever lose focus thinking about the guy at first base? I mean, was it when you have to pick 2, 3, 4 times?
Oh yeah.
Is it hard as a pitcher to remember what the objective is to get the guy out?
A lot of times it is. Yeah. The value of a great base stealer is not just in stolen bases. The value of a great base stealer is it changes the way that you do things on the mound. You get away from your comfort level so often.
That one's up and away. It's now 3-2.
He's moving here.
And as a coach, though, I would think that you would have to think that as well. Like, am I now affecting my guy on the mound by doing this, calling these?
Yeah, but you can't just hand him second base.
Yeah.
I mean,
there he goes, ground ball right side, but because he was in motion, they avoid a double play and a potential double play. Brady Neal is out at first.
hey, we got something you can take off your baseball 2026 bingo card. We had a pitch out.
Oh, I missed it. We talked about it last night.
That's the first one I've seen the whole year. It was the second
That was
pitch to the
exciting.
at-bat. Second pitch. I knew that it'd get you back engaged.
Wow, good eyes. I totally missed it. Well done.
Yeah.
We were talking like we haven't seen a pitch out all year, maybe in 2 years. That's in there for a strike to Torres.
It was actually Kevin Clark that saw it.
Oh. Back in the production truck. Good work, Kevin. At least there's one guy that's been listening to us. Why do you think the pitch out has disappeared?
I don't know, but I'm going to ask a few questions.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, I mean, you didn't see it every game, but you saw it what felt to be fairly regularly. Like it didn't catch you off guard when you saw it, which that one caught us both off guard.
Here's the 0-2 to Torres, just off the plate. Carson Bowen behind the plate. Like the location of that one from Leon Peterson.
Yeah, he may force him to hold the swing on back-to-back sliders right here. It was two fastballs to get to 0-2.
Well, that's just an easy 99. I mean, that didn't look like there was a whole lot of effort in that.
He's just lived 97 to 99 and bumped 100 today.
.53 pitches. Peterson has given up 4 hits. One of them left the infield. Boy, lays off the slider, and LeBron steals third.
Surwick at third base didn't even hardly move. I mean, watch the third base. No one was interested in trying to throw him out right there. It just, the break was so good that, all right, that one's yours.
Got him on a slider. Big pitch from Peterson. Gets Florida off the field. We are scoreless. When we come back, Rob Vaughn will give us his thoughts. He'll join Chris Budd.
The SEC baseball tournament, joined with Alabama head coach Rob Vaughn. Coach, Tyler Fay last time out against this group was pretty phenomenal. When he's his best, what works for him?
I mean, it's just mixing pitches, and it's at the bottom of the zone. You know, it's a sinker at 93, 95. When he's down, it's effective. It's a lot of ground balls. And then he can elevate the four-seam late and mix the cutter and slider off that. So showing some really good changeups tonight, too. But when he's down, he's effective. When he's up, it's when he gets in trouble. So been down a lot today, so we need a couple more innings of that.
In your couple years getting used to how difficult this league is and the ups and downs, the way that you guys have finished this league, what has impressed you most about your team?
I think just their resilience. You know, there's been some really high moments. I mean, sweeping these guys early in the year is a darn good team. Sweeping Auburn earlier in the year, a darn good team. And then some lows, getting swept at home by a good Arkansas team, getting swept opening weekend by Kentucky. But each time these kids have responded and they've bounced back. So proud of their resilience. We'll see what we got there. Yep, we're good. Just proud of their resilience and how they've continued to grow. We talked about it, like the difficulties of the season can harden you for the late in the year, and that's what it's done for us thus far.
This is a good sign for you and I that stayed in the park. Otherwise, we might not be talking the rest of the way.
Right. We might have shut it down if that was the case, so that was good.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Boys.
Thanks, Chris. And, yeah, resilience, I think, is a good word for this team. And it's a tough league, without a doubt. But got to have more ups and downs, and they've had plenty of those, winning 18 conference games.
I mean, listen, if not for Georgia running away with it, that's your coach of the year league.
Yeah.
And I don't know that anybody else could really argue against it. You can make an argument that they should have split it.
There's a strike. Brendan Lawson's 0 for 1.
There's just no book on Fay. It's not like you can look at it and say, okay, in this count you're going to get this, or plus count, or if he's down, whatever it is. The ability to control the multitude of pitches that he has is what makes him so good.
That ball is smoked out to right field. Bryce Fowler to the wall, and Lawson does it again. Back-to-back games here at Hoover with a home run, and the Gators have the lead. His 16th of the year.
Look at those numerals at the top of the screen right there. 114 off the bat and a measly 444 feet to right center.
Rain is starting to come down at a pretty good clip as the fans scatter here at the Met. That one is fouled straight back. Well, we started a few hours earlier today, hoping to avoid some rain. Well, looks like it'll be a quick shower. Because you know me.
Are we Marty meteorologist now, or was just jumping into that?
My first job in local television, my roommate was the weatherman. So
that in some way qualifies you?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
he grabbed his umbrella. I grabbed mine.
Transitive property of meteorologists.
Right. Blake Sear. 1-2 the count. Blake at .325 with a dozen homers and 50 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. Out number 2.
If you could dial up kind of the left-handed swing that you want to teach anyone that's left-handed, it would look about like that. His plate coverage is so good. I mean, that was probably outer third right there. 444 is touched. Especially against a guy that they haven't done anything against for the last 12 innings, but that one swing right there gives them the lead.
Ethan Surowick. He's got double-figure home runs and 58 runs batted in. And he's out in front 2-0. Surowick went out. You know, you talk about guys just getting reps. He didn't play a whole lot at Ole Miss and just wanted to go to the Northwoods League where they play a ton of games over 2.5 months, and he's playing every day, hitting every day, and ended up being the Northwoods League MVP with 20 home runs there, and he may have one here. Yes, he does. His 11th of the year. That one traveled 447 feet.
That's a. All right, Lawson, I'll see your home run and I'll raise you 3 feet. Those are home runs wherever you're playing, whatever the wind is doing right there. Blake Sear just struck out before. Surowick comes up with 2 strikes, and I mean, you would just talk about it, the guy that didn't get any bats last year at Ole Miss, looking for a different spot. Kind of fastball that just kind of stayed over that inner third and absolutely hammered it into the parking lot. Tarps off.
Jason Jackson, the pitching coach for Alabama, out to talk to Tyler Fay, but smiles for Surowick. How far was that first one by? Do you remember how far? How far?
444.
The first one was 444.
444, then 447.
And I think we had 4 Arkansas home runs that were over 400.
Over 420.
Yeah. The second one by Zach Stewart of Arkansas yesterday, though, was hit at 116 miles an hour. There's a strike to Caden McDonald. It is 0-2. Hey, by the way, the rain quit. I told you it'd be brief.
Glad you had that roommate.
1990. Here's the 1-2. Inning is over. Lawson, though, starts the inning with a big blast.
This is what just under 900 feet of home runs look like on 2 swings. Brendan Lawson starts at 444. Surowick bumps it up a tick, 447. 2 solo jacks for the Gators in a 2-0 lead.
Back at the SEC baseball tournament, Serwick and Lawson talking about their home runs. Matter of fact,
Serwick saying weight room. Weight room.
Florida,
Gotcha.
Florida had 2 home runs over 440 feet in the regular season. Both of those by Lawson. They had back-to-back 440-foot home runs last inning. So Lawson has 3 of the 4, Serwick the other one. And here is John Lim to start things off in the 4th inning for Alabama. Alabama's put together 4 hits against Peterson, but only one of them's been really hit with some authority.
You know what hasn't happened is he hasn't walked anybody. And it's the biggest. If Liam Peterson has fastball control, they're not going to hit the breaking balls consistently. It's just too good. And if he has the ability to get ahead and then force chase, that's when he can go out and dominate. That's why he's a lock first rounder this year, because the stuff is so loud. And if the fastball, if plus fastball command ever gets there, then you've got a guy that potentially is a 1 or 2 in the big leagues.
Another ground ball. Curlin charges, fires, and they get the out at first. Peterson, 6'5", 225, junior out of Palm Harbor, Florida. Well, we see a lot of guys at 6'5", throwing baseballs in this league.
So we talk about this, and it happens in Omaha every year too. You got scouting directors here. You got probably a few GMs that'll roll through here if they're locked in on a certain guy at a certain spot in the first round. And if you're whoever, and this is the first time that you've seen Liam Peterson live, you're going, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't care where we pick in the first round. We probably should consider it. Now, he's not going to go top 5 overall, but it is some loud stuff tonight with control that makes it even better.
Aiden King has been really good too for Florida this year. Got the start yesterday. Maybe not his best work, but still really good. And they're dynamic now that when they sync it up on the same weekend.
I mean, Aiden King's the SEC pitcher of the year, and Liam Peterson coming in, I think, was the preseason pitcher of the year. Yeah, Kylie's got him 13th overall right now, and maybe that fits. This makes me laugh. I was 13th overall. Let me tell you what I didn't look like.
Right.
That guy.
You had a double one time, though, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Pop-up slide at second base, St. Louis. Came into the dugout. Rod Carew looked at me and said, "You actually have a decent swing." Like, I'm going to take that as a good thing. Thank you.
Kyle Peterson, hitting expert.
Yep.
Just a piece of it from Eric Hines. I'm surprised Rod Carew didn't say you had a great pop-up slide. To me, that would have been a little bit more impressive.
Yeah, it was an incredible athletic combination.
In St. Louis. That young fella, you could tell that story to him one day. Just off the plate. Boy, he's still flipping up 99s.
Yeah, I mean, the fastball velo it has not changed. This is the second really good at bat that Hines has put on him, though. And both have ended that way, but how he got to it, I mean, it's funny. That time he came back with a curveball. It's a little bit different. That curveball's got more top to bottom, and it takes a little bit of velocity off it, too. The last time he struck him out, the slider had more side to side. That one had more top to bottom. He's throwing a curveball that's 18 to 19 miles an hour slower than his fastball, and it's changing that many planes. This is why you see when he gets ahead and gets into swing and miss counts, this is not an easy guy to face.
Here's Brennan Holt. Brennan hit, I believe it was 98 or maybe it was 99 off the fist, just over Peterson's head, just in front of Lawson and Holt, right behind the pitcher's mound. I think it left about, what was it, 42 miles an hour. Two and one the count to Holt. That one is barreled up by Holt.
That was a take your 42, and fastball heavy the entire at bat. 96 got him back into the count at 2-1. That was 97, a little bit further down in the zone than we usually see Peterson live, and this is a good short pass to it right here. Brennan Holt just shoots it right back at the middle. 97 coming in, 97 going out. Now 2 singles on the day for Holt.
Fifth hit of the game for Alabama. And here's Luke Vaughn. Luke flew out his first time up back in the second inning. Average now at .211, 8 homers and 27 runs batted in. Line right at Serwick. Inning is over. It is a 2-0 Florida lead here at the Met. The Gators and the Tide, the 5 seed and the 4 seed. First time Alabama's played a game here at Hoover in 2026. Florida wins yesterday 8-3 over Vanderbilt. Going to be a weird postseason, I think, without the Commodores and the LSU Tigers.
Yeah. How about this? You got no Vanderbilt, probably. You got no LSU. You got no Clemson. You got no Stanford.
That is a yeah, that's a crazy world. You know, listening to Eric Backett, the coach at Clemson, who's done really just a great job and brought the program back to heights that I think a lot of people expect it to be. But this year, clearly not the kind of year. And he was very similar to Jay Johnson and kind of taking a lot of the blame that he missed on some guys and needs to reevaluate that. And I think that's going to happen more times than we think. It's just because you get some of these mid-major kids that have great success in a schedule it's not quite what it is in the ACC or the SEC. That one's off of Fay, and Holt gets it, tries to get LeBron to throw to first.
I don't care if he's safe. I don't care if he's safe.
That looked like Savannah Banana stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this is just playing a bunch of backyard baseball and dreaming stuff up like this. Looks like he's going to glove it. Now watch the flip, and LeBron probably knows he doesn't have a chance, but just because you can, you're going to do this. All in one motion, pirouettes, lands, throws it about 98 across the diamond, but it'll go as a leadoff single.
That was pretty impressive. Landon Stripling fouls that one off. But I just think, KP, in this world that you try to fill some spots, and if you miss on a guy or two, then you go to that world and you just don't know if it translates.
I want to get into that a little bit after this pitch. I think what teams are every year trying to figure out is when you go look at the metrics of these players that aren't going to face consistently the pitchers that they do in this league, is what metrics really matter. And, you know, those years that maybe it doesn't work as well as it does, you start to, you know, there's some give and take and some learn and understanding and see how you tweak that model moving forward.
Out to right.
Great. So the guy out of shortstop, he fits any model.
Yeah.
I don't care what the model is billed as. He fits any of them, and that's why the dream is so high on the major league side when you look at it. Yes, the error numbers are high this year. Yes, the average is down a little bit this year than before, but all the intangibles, the tools, the respect that he has in the clubhouse, it's all the types of things that you want as somebody that if you're drafting him there, you're thinking someday could potentially be the face of a franchise.
Well, he was a late addition to Rob Vaughn's recruiting class when he got the job. And I think size might have been a little bit of an issue with LeBron in terms of recruiting. Like, is he going to be able to get to where you want him to be? He's 155 pounds, but when he was a late ad, Rob Vaughn's now in his third year. I mean, they've been together since the get-go. And it's been a pretty nice little match.
Yeah.
Here's Cade Kurland. Cade's been swinging a pretty good bat here down the stretch for Florida. He was hovering around that 250 range at the plate most of the season. Everybody kind of waiting for him to kind of bust out a little bit, and he's trending in the right direction.
This is a dude that hit double-digit home runs his freshman year and just has not been able to stay healthy.
That one's chopped foul. Yeah, he missed a little over 3 weeks, almost a month earlier this year with an injury. Actually returned in game one of that Alabama series in Tuscaloosa. Off the end of the bat, LeBron throws, one hops, got him at first. What else do you say?
It's getting selfish at this point. I mean, you're forcing us to show replays.
University of challenging the outcall.
Everything you
This
do.
play is under review.
It's one thing if you got your time to set your feet and make the throw across the diamond. I mean, watch how far away he is. And it's just understanding the game that that's the one you're going to one hop because there's a lot better chance that you're going to throw it on line.
And that's going to be an out.
Yeah, that is big time.
After
Big
review,
time play.
the runner is out. That's University of Florida's first challenge. They have one remaining.
How does he have 17 errors?
I don't know. What would be interesting, I don't have it in front of me, if we can find it, what his defensive WAR numbers are, even with those errors, because of the balls that he gets to like that nobody else makes that play.
And therefore a strike to Yost. That might be part of the problem, is he gets to a lot of balls that others can't and can't finish the play.
He's got more chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 17 is still a big number.
Oh, that ball's ripped over the head of Brady Neal. That'll get a Gator run home. A double for Yost. Bowen will touch home plate. 3-0 Florida.
Listen, this ball's hit well, but this route out in right field is just, this is not ideal. I mean, turn one way, then totally turn around. Maybe if he opens his right shoulder and goes straight at it, Brady Neal's got a chance to make that play. But when he spun the wrong way, there was no chance right there. I mean, it was touch. 111 off the bat. If it's got backspin, the ball's in the bullpen are bouncing around out there on the concourse. Instead, enough for the 2-out double to drive in another Gator run.
Well, that is a catcher out there in right field.
Yeah, I mean it's an offense first move.
Yeah.
with Neal, and a tough play. Don't get me wrong. I mean it's not one that routinely people should make, but if he opens up the right way, he may have a chance to make the play.
Tyler Fay's pitch count at 73. He is started against the first start against Florida. No hits. I think it was
131, I think.
Yeah, 131 pitches.
Well, and you can kind of flip it with Liam Peterson. Liam Peterson went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned, took the loss when Tyler Fay threw the no-hitter.
Here's Kyle Jones, 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss for Kyle. Out of Athens, Georgia. North Oconee High School. Won back-to-back high school baseball state championships. Started at Stetson before coming to Florida last year, but an injury derailed his first season in Gainesville. He has been out in center field all season long this year. That one shot out to right. Neal charges. And Yost will come home to score. An RBI single for Kyle Jones. His 37th run batted in of the year.
This is a good piece right here. Location-wise, that's not a bad pitch. In fact, that's probably off the plate. But a breaking ball that's out away from him. Watch Kyle Jones cover not just the plate, but a little bit beyond the plate. Another inch, that's off the bat. But in this case, it's off the end of the bat. And for Kyle Jones, probably a good thing. Off the end of the bat means it's going to drop in front of Brady Neal out in right field. 2 RBI is the story in this inning for Florida. Now 3 of the 4 runs today have been driven in with 2 outs.
And that's going to be it. Jason Jackson again making that walk out to the mound. And Tyler Fay has just run into a red-hot Florida team right now. Gators have now out-hit Alabama 6-5, but on the big board it's 4-0. And the Tide making a change. We'll update that change when we come back. Well, when it drizzles a little bit, rains a little bit, get yourself inside to the Fan Fest. That's what some folks did today here at Hoover. A quick shower and probably heading back to the ballpark here any minute because we have still got some baseball here between the Gators and the Tide. Georgia wins today 5-3. Bulldogs opening appearance as SEC regular season champs went well. Tyler Fay's day is over, 4 2/3. Gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. And they turn things over to Matthew Heiberger, who arguably is their best bullet in that bullpen.
Yeah, it's now by my staff that's got a lot of pieces they could go to. I think part of this is you want to get Heiberger in to keep it close, but you also want to get your top bullpen arms in the game today because if Alabama gets beat, they're done. They don't play again until next week. And you ideally don't want a situation where guys haven't been on the mound in 2 weeks.
Little lefty-lefty matchup here for Lawson, who hit one of those 2 home runs against Fay in a back-to-back home run situation. The man on deck, Surwick, also went yard shortly thereafter. Lawson now with 16 home runs and 43 runs batted in. And there for a strike. Just saw this little nugget. The Florida Gators this year 30-1 when leading by 4+ runs. Their only loss in that situation?
Game 2 against Alabama.
It's now 0-2 on Lawson. Just does get a piece of that 93. This is what he did earlier, KP.
Yeah, he got more than a piece of this one. 444 to right center off the bat of Lawson, his 16th home run of the year. They've gone deep over 400 feet. How many times, Dave? 4. 4 times. 3 Lawsons and a Surwick.
Give me 3 Lawsons and a Surwick.
A law firm of 3 Lawsons and a Surwick. By the way, did you see the top number on that list? Lawson? We popped that thing up there again. That was way off. Look at the top number.
496.
That is significant.
I didn't know baseballs could go that far.
50 feet further than he hit it today.
I mean, 496. It went over the LSU scoreboard in Baton Rouge.
It went over the scoreboard. That's Oppo. That's even more gross.
Oh. On a 1-2 pitch, he gets plunked right in the back. It was in the Alabama series that he had some back issues, some back spasms that started a little slide for him.
It was, I believe, it was March 31st until the first week of May that he did not hit a home run. I mean, he went the entire month of April and didn't hit a home run. He still has 16.
Blake Sears got a dozen homers. He comes to the plate behind 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for Florida. Oh, and 2. That one's down in the dirt. Heiberger last appearance was last week against Ole Miss in this regular season finale series. Had a season high 5 strikeouts against the Rebels. Gave up a couple of hits in that game. Went 2 innings. Alabama took 2 of 3 from Ole Miss, which was enough to get them the 4 seed here in the SEC tournament. Alabama's won 8 of their last 10. Florida's won 9 of their last 10. Runners will be on the move, and that one's fouled.
The resiliency of Sear is really cool. This guy had 17 home runs his freshman year at Miami. Stays for his sophomore year was just it was good, but I think home runs were single digits, 7 or 8. In his first year at Florida, he battled a lot, and now this year that resurgence has come back.
High in the air, out to right. Brady Neal to the warning track. Can't make the catch. He bounces off the wall, as does the baseball. And with the runners on the move with 2 outs, that'll go down as a triple and 2 RBIs. It is now 6-0 Florida.
This is a different lineup than Florida looked to be second week in April. It's just different. And I mean, Brady Neal's playing shallow against Sear, which is why he has to go so far, because this ball stayed in the air for a long time. But he's just got power to all fields. I know he struck out the first 2 times today, but Sear completes this offense, man.
Serwick fouls that one off. Serwick 2 for 2 today. Brady Neal in a bit of a struggle out there in right today. Sharply hit. LeBron can't handle the hop. Run scores. 7-0 Florida. That's going to be the 18th error of the year for LeBron.
I don't know if that ball was knuckling on him, or he gave himself a little bit more time to read it. He closed his glove before it got in there, but Serwick will reach and keep the inning going, and the Gators add another one.
There's a strike to Caden McDonald. The 9th man to hit this inning for Florida. High in the air, shallow center. Fowler makes the catch and the inning is over. But the Gators plate 5. It is now 7-0 Florida. Oh, good times here at Hoover. Great crowd on hand today. In day one of our quarterfinals, day two of the quarterfinals tomorrow, Texas and Texas A&M making their first appearances here at Hoover tomorrow. First pitch from Peterson off to Steele, and that one is a foul ball. Long run out there in right field for Hayden Yost.
That was kind of an awkward landing there. I think he was unsure whether he wanted to dive or not. Fortunate for Florida, this ball just ended foul. It looked like it may end up fair.
Oh, it looked like maybe he got a cleat stuck in the caught in the grass out there and kind of flipped him over. I think they'll look at that as a team, talk about that, break that down.
Get discussed.
Oh, that is off of Peterson's leg, and that'll be a base hit for Steele. Well, the big man, 6'5", 225 pounds, says no big deal.
Might have wore this one on the backside right here.
Oh.
If you're going to get hit,
yeah,
that's where you want to get hit.
Bryce Fowler, top of the lineup now. Bryce, a fly out and a ground out today.
I would think, too, this will be Peterson's last inning. 76 pitches right now. In an ideal world, if you're Florida, you want to get him through the fifth. He leaves feeling good about himself if he can get through this inning anyway, similar to the first four.
Two 2-0. Make it 2-1. And you talked about it, when his control is really good is when he is at his finest. He hasn't walked anybody today and struck out 5.
Well, he's given up at least one hit in every inning. So it's now 3 of them were infield singles, but regardless, he's given up 1 hit. So he's been pitching out of the stretch the majority of the game.
2-2. Little 97. Fell behind 2-0 and came back through 3 straight strikes.
Well, this is going to be the spot, too, where he starts smelling the finish line. I think he probably knows that this is his last inning, and you get a plus count right there with Fowler. Everything about that pitch is intentional. Elevated with velocity, just push it out of the zone and dare him not to swing at it.
Justin LeBron 1 for 2. High in the air. And hooking foul well up on the berm. How about this little attempt?
Yeah, how about both of them? I mean,
that one got the out.
Those throws had to be 100 feet away from each other. From the shortstop position, one on the second base side of second base, and one that was almost directly behind where the third baseman plays. It is one of the most exciting shortstops in the country for sure.
One and 2, big swing from LeBron. 98.
98 with carry.
LeBron with 14 home runs this year. That one is belted out into right field. Jones scoops it up. He'll get it back in. They will hold the runner at third, and a double for Justin LeBron.
You know, so often it's not pitch selection, it's pitch location that determines what gives the ability for a hitter to potentially do some damage. It was 98 the pitch before. This one's 99, but look at the change in location. That's potentially just off the plate. But in a spot that it's a lot easier for LeBron just to drop the head on it, drive it the other way, take advantage of swing that he has and shoot it to right field for a double. 7th hit of the game for Alabama, but their first extra base hit.
Brady Neal skies this one. Catch is made. Tag up at third. Throw. They'll let it come home, but not in time to get Peyton Steele. So the Tide are on the board finally with their first run of the game at 7-1.
Piece by Brady Neal, 98, fly ball out to center. Oh, he's not going to be happy here.
'86 pitches.
They have not made a move yet.
You know, I just look at it like this, like you're a third of an inning away from getting a win if you can make it through and your team holds on to a 7-2 lead.
Yep.
I don't know how much he thinks about that, but I thought about it.
No, you think about it when you're out there. You know what, for all of the good that there is about Liam Peterson, and I think this may have been a, hey man, you got one more dude.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be it. This is your last inning. We're going to take care of you, make sure you're ready for next week, and just have that conversation. He only has 2 wins this year. So you want to make him feel a little bit better even going into the postseason. That's why I think that was just to remind him this is going to be it. Let's finish strong here.
Well, he'll get Jason Torres, who singled and struck out today. That one bounces away, and LeBron will scoot to third. Count even at 1-1. I mean, he comes at 98, 99, and then drops that little thing on you.
He's either throwing this 100 or he's ripping another one of those breaking balls just like that.
Got the swing, and it bounces away, and Bowen doesn't know where it is. Oh, man.
You know what's...
Now, I chuckle because we know Sully so well, and he's thinking what you're thinking, KP. Like, you could have get out of the inning, everything's clean, and now this happens, and what are you going to do?
Here's a crazy thing, too. When you look at Peterson's stuff, and the breaking ball is so good, but guys that have breaking balls that are that good, they end up in the dirt. That's the effectiveness of it when you get ahead. Coming into this inning, he only had 2 wild pitches the whole year. What that tells me is Carson Bowen has been really good behind home plate this season.
So he's going to give him one more. He got an opportunity here faced John Lim, and he went 0-1. Boy, that was nasty. Crowd didn't like it. Lim certainly doesn't like it as he's now chasing the count. 0-1. Make it 0-2. There's 100.
I thought we may see that
yeah,
again.
Right.
There's a little red backside in there right now just to try to finish this one off right.
LeBron's at third, 2 outs in the inning. How about another 100 and we'll walk off the field, and Kevin O'Sullivan doesn't have to make the walk to go get the pitcher.
He had 100 in the first. He had 100 twice in his last inning. That's heading into the postseason with your A stuff right there. Liam Peterson leaves after 5 innings with a 7-1 lead.
Shot of Hoover Metropolitan Stadium, 28th year it has been here, as the SEC baseball tournament on the SEC network is presented by Regions Bank. But 29th overall season here at Hoover Metropolitan Stadium. Was here in 1996, left in 97 and went to Columbus, and
did it,
and then right back here.
Okay.
Columbus wasn't quite the stadium.
It's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, this needs to stay.
Yes.
Right? If anybody listens to my opinion, it needs to stay right here, if that matters.
Just tell yourself it does.
Absolutely.
Matter.
When I'm driving home, I'll talk to myself. I think Chris is still, Berkey's still talking to himself 100%. On the way back. Oh, Carson Bowen hit by a pitch.
Those are 2 big misses with a fastball, and a miss to the point that there is nowhere to go. The pitch that hit Lawson, and then the pitch that hit Bowen.
Carson Bowen has been anchoring this Florida staff. He's another one of the catchers in the league they give a little leeway to in terms of calling pitches. Kevin O'Sullivan usually has done that in the past, but given Bowen, it tells you how much they trust him behind the plate. Now, Stripling looks at ball 1, but so they will chime in kind of some bigger moments and help things out. You see this offense in the first inning. Nothing on the board.
Yeah, once that Once they flipped, the order came around the second time and beyond. This offense been a little bit different. Good pass there.
Another base hit. The 8th of the day. First and second, nobody out.
A little left on left, get a fastball out away at 91, and short move to it right there by Striplin. Get it deep enough you can shoot it the other way. Now the Gators trying to answer back. 2 on, nobody out.
Cade Curlin 0 for 2 with the ground out. A couple of ground outs. Chopper foul. Out to left center. Bryce Fowler, long run. Man, did he cover some ground. He was shaded off to the right and playing a little bit deep.
That was a good initial break, too. Sometimes you can get fooled by a big swing. You're just not quite sure. This one off the end of the bat. You can see that backside go down a little bit. Took maybe one step to the side, but then direct to it in stride makes the play.
Out number 1, now Hayden Yost. Two and 0. And just like that, 3-0, and Heiberger in some trouble here with 2 on and 1 out. Heiberger in relief of Tyler Fay. What do you make of Tyler's performance today?
Fine. But I think he caught a pretty hot Florida offense that, I mean, they're dialed in anyway, but they were really going to be dialed in today.
After what happened?
Yeah, based on you get no hit, you get a chance to face the guy again that year. They've seen him, so that helps. But still, they faced a minimum in the first 3 innings, and then they got it.
So the bases are full of Florida Gators for Kyle Jones. It's the top of the lineup. And then you know who's coming up next. Brendan Lawson, who was homered in back-to-back tournament games. Ground ball. Holt turns it, and they get the double play. What a time to pick up the double play for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, good work by Vaughn at first base, too, to finish that one off. Jason Torres cuts it off, gets it to Holt in plenty of time, and sometimes you need your first baseman to pick you up a little bit, too. Throw down to the dirt, picked, and it gets it tied off the field, but they still trail it by 6.
of the area where you want to be, where all these kids, the dream is to hit a foul ball, to catch a foul ball. The dream is also to be one of the players out there on the field. I want to take you back to 2017 SEC tournament. A kid by the name of Connor Griffin trying to go all out to get a foul ball. Connor Griffin ended up in 2024 being the number 9th overall pick in the MLB draft. He's now with the Pittsburgh Pirates. That foul ball that he caught by a guy the name of Jake Mangum. You might remember him, superstar from Mississippi State, who is now his Pittsburgh Pirates teammate.
Crazy story.
So how about that, boys? Couple years, you guys want to be in the majors? That sound good? Guys.
Well, who knew?
Dreams are made out here. Dreams are made.
Who knew first rounders would be right there with you? Get their names right now.
That was when you become an agent.
Well, Connor Griffin debuted April 1st. In April, it was the first teenage position player to play in the majors since Juan Soto in 2018. Boy, that catches Hines and Bowen behind the plate. How about Connor Griffin with that $140 million 9-year contract he just signed? 20. He's 20.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Cade McDonald hoping he can get it to the show. The Gator designated hitter now on the bump for Florida. And drops a big spinner in there to Hines.
This was like a trade acquisition deal. What Caden McDonald turned into this year for Florida, it was the Oklahoma series that they inserted him in. I think that day he had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and went 3 scoreless. And since then has been a mainstay in the offensive lineup and has been one of their key pieces out of the bullpen.
Only 2 players in Florida baseball history had recorded a home run, thrown 3+ scoreless innings, and earned the win in the same game.
I got one. One's got to be Wilkerson.
Oh, shocking too.
Really?
I would have thought that too, but it's Jack Caglione and Brian Johnson.
They've had some really good two-way players.
Wilkerson was the first one I remember just being, I mean, obviously he was player of the year in baseball.
I mean, they're all big leaguers.
Yeah. Well, Eric Hines will head back down to that Alabama dugout.
He kind of rocked him to sleep in that at bat. Break a ball, and just stick 93 on the outside black, and it just stayed there too. May have started off and come back a little bit. A good job by Bowen to frame that up. Good start from McDonald. He enters as the DH. You don't see that very often.
It's 0-2 now on Brennan Holtz. Okay, back-to-back strikeouts.
Both of them on the fastball too. That last one at 94. It really holds plane too. You saw with the last one. That's the one that hitters give up on. So often we talk about that fastball that holds plane at the top of the zone. If you can get it to the very bottom of the zone, guys give up on it because the expectation is that it's going to move down and out of the zone, and that one just stayed there.
Luke Vaughn now trying to keep the inning alive. He's behind 0-1. Boy, just paints it at 95. Are you kidding me?
He came in throwing about 70% first pitch strikes. That's 5th best in the league. 3 for 3 in the inning, and all 3 of them finished this exact same way. That one 95 on the outside black. Pretty impressive first inning from Mr. McDonald. Dr. McDonald out of the bullpen.
This was the 496.
Okay, now that makes
over the Intimidator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
496 feet, by the way. The longest home run hit by a Gator this year, and probably the longest one hit since maybe Jack Caglione hit one.
Yeah.
Brendan Lawson has a couple of home runs here in this tournament.
There's something about when those kind of picturesque left-handed swings, when they get through it and the ball flies. I remember Jeff Jenkins hit one year at Rosenblatt over the stands, and I swear short hopped the zoo. I mean, it was, and the finish was high, and there was stuff all over the place, but this dude can put on a show.
Is the zoo in Omaha? Is that a good zoo?
Oh, top 3 in the world. Come on.
You're a zoo guy. People don't know this about you.
Yeah.
AP on the road likes to find a local zoo, go check things out.
Funny what happens when you do something once and it just becomes
your thing.
Now you're a zoo guy. Ashton Crackman on there right now. Another left-hander coming out of that Alabama bullpen. I do think you're going to see this too. I think they're just going to piece them together for the rest of it. Make sure that you're keeping your main bullpen guys ready to go for next weekend. Rob Vaughn's club's going to play at home. And Rob Vaughn's club is going to be a top 8 national seed, barring something crazy. Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, boy.
I think it was off his knee. I think I'd get him out of there. They don't make pads to put right here. It is right
on the
off
kneecap.
his kneecap.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised if they keep him in the ball game. I mean, it's a 6-run game, and the last thing you need is Lawson to go out there and injure that thing any more than he already did. Florida at least gets a day off tomorrow, but there's no ice that's going to make that feel better right now. That's going to hurt for a while.
Yeah, he said he's okay.
Canadian dudes are really tough. That's pretty impressive to dig back in there after fouling it right off your kneecap.
And then, are you kidding me? That is incredible.
Leg out a double.
And now he's going to get a double. Back-to-back games with a home run and a double for Lawson. That's crazy.
This is about as impressive of a two-pitch sequence at the plate as you can have, and they may go get him right now afterwards, but I mean, the pitch before he hit it into the gap, he did this. Fouls it right off the patella. And then just takes a perfect pass left on left. 111 off the bat out to right center field. And I don't care how much it hurts. There's too much want in that. When you see that ball go in the gap, he's going to make that a double every time.
That looked probably pretty impressive from that angle as well.
I don't care where he's sitting, that one was.
Blake Sear 1 for 3 today. Blake at 326. That one hit was a triple with 2 runs batted in. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Crowther pitched a third of an inning in that final regular season series against Ole Miss last week. That one's lifted out of play. Or excuse me, 2 innings against Ole Miss. Struck out 2, walked 1. Boy, he's still kind of out there. He just
yeah, that's not one you're going to walk off right away or run off.
Another breaking ball fouled out of play. If Florida's able to hold on to this, they will meet Georgia on Saturday in one of the semifinals. We will find out the other semifinal matchup after tomorrow's games.
How about 1 through 8 all in the quarterfinals?
Yeah. I think really the only upset was game 1 when Missouri won their opening game. And LSU, can't forget about LSU, 14 seed. So first and second now for Surwick.
Yeah. Lee Peterson can get on the bus today feeling pretty good about himself. I'll tell you that. That is as good a 1-2 punch as there is in the country. King and Peterson, especially when they're right.
Yeah.
I think it's, there may be some that you can say are comparable, but I don't know that you can say any are better.
When Liam Peterson's on pitches 86 and 87, pumping 100-mile-an-hour strikes, I might add.
Back to back.
Yeah. We've seen some guys throw it 100, but it's 2 feet out of the zone. He was back-to-back strikes. That one is down the line and right. Lawson, bad knee and all, will come home. And right behind him is Blake Sear. He will come in to score, and that'll be a 2 RBI double for Ethan Surwick. his third hit today, and now has 3 runs batted in as well. Yeah. Hey, Sully with a nice little smile.
Can we take him out of the baseball game now? This is what can't be lost in that is Surowick's offensive day. And I think what we've seen again, and we've talked about it, is the length of this Florida lineup and how they're looked at very differently offensively than they were 6 weeks ago, I would say. I mean, McDonald in the middle of it wasn't really playing there. Hayden Yost has 10 home runs in the 9-hole. Curlin's running a few out of the ballpark. This is a pretty complete club right now.
How about 6 extra base hits today?
Well, and here's the other thing, too. Florida has a puncher's chance to work into that 8th and final top 8 seed. I don't know that they can get past that, but they got a shot. I think the latest projections had them 10th.
Kendall Rogers and the boys at D1Baseball.com has Florida as a 10 seed, hosting the likes of Cincinnati, NC State, and Rider. Southern Miss is a 9 seed.
Yeah, I think the ones that you really look at is A&M is the potential 8, Southern Miss the potential 9, Florida the 10, Florida State the 11. Here's just a resume comparison. You look at this. Alabama, to me, has one of the top 8s locked up. A&M is in the discussion of not having it locked up, and strength of schedule could potentially show up. Now, keep in mind, A&M went to Gainesville and won 2 out of 3. So if the head-to-head comes into the equation with those two, at least as of today, A&M owns a road series win over Florida. Southern Miss blows through that Sun Belt tournament and wins it. They're squarely in the conversation. Feels like 3 for 1, but Florida State wins the ACC tournament, and that could change a bit too.
Sharply hit, pass to diving Torres. Surowick rounds third, he'll score, and another double. And an RBI for McDonald, his 19th RBI of the year.
Pretty impressive inning. Lawson double, Sear walks, Surowick a backside double, and then this time his slider that just kind of works back into the barrel of Caden McDonald, just out of the reach of Jason Torres down at third base. He trades places with Surowick, and it is a 10-1 Florida lead. Alabama will go back to the bullpen.
3 hits and a walk to start the 7th. Back in a moment. The 2026 SEC Baseball Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. And the Gator Bats are continuing this tear that they are on. 10 runs on 11 hits today. They scored 2 in the 4th on back-to-back home runs, and then they opened things up in the 5th with 5, and they put 3 more on the board here in the 7th. And this is a scary proposition right now.
Yep.
For the rest of the country if the Gators get this going. Sam Mitchell enters the fray, the sophomore, another big one on the mound. I mean, a lively arm, making his 19th appearance of the year with a 1-1 record and 23 Ks in those 28 innings.
Yeah, back to Florida. I mean, this would be the definition of peaking at the right time. Roles are pretty understood. I think that they're very comfortable with the lineup by and large. Bullpen guys seem to be healthy right now. McDonald's jumped into a totally different role. You just got the start you did from Liam Peterson. They're dangerous.
Carson Bowen behind 0-1. Bowen 1 for 2 today. Hit by a pitch his last time up. Singled and scored in the 5th. And that'll get McDonald to third base. Well, the Alabama faithful came out in force today, and it has been all Florida. That is high in the air out to center. Will McDonald try to tag up? Bryce Fowler makes the catch, and he'll just lob it into the infield as the run scores, and it's now 11-1. So whatever happens, if Alabama does not score next inning, the run rule will be in effect.
I want to overemphasize the year that Alabama has had and not have anybody overreact to one day.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is a really good baseball team that ran into an extremely loaded offense right now, and a big leaguer on the mound.
And by the way, had a little chip on their shoulder.
Yes. Yeah, this is your fault for sweeping them.
They got no hit and swept earlier this year by the Crimson Tide. Now, one game does not certainly erase all that, but it'll make Florida feel a little better. Another base hit, the 12th of the game. Landon Stripling with his second hit today.
Just lower half could get this breaking ball. I mean, it's almost like he's bringing his body to the position of the baseball when he gets there. That back knee goes down and allows that bat path to be just a little bit cleaner to get to it. That is well done. That's how you go get a right on left breaking ball that's coming in towards your back foot.
Cade Curlin 0 for 3 today. He's behind 0-1. Only 1 out in the inning. Oh, 2.
Oh. He deked like he was turning a double play last time. I thought we might get it again.
I think that's a little too much effort to give the ball away.
You always this big of a downer? Or what?
That was just a long run. Challenge right here.
The better has challenged the strike call.
Again.
This is going to be like 2/10 of an inch. I mean, I'm sorry, but nobody better fault a home plate umpire for missing a pitch by 2/10 of an inch.
To third, it's in play and booted over there by Torres, and the inning will continue. Now 2 on. They're going to score that a base hit. Cade Kirtland will take the base hit.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has no argument.
Sam Mitchell might like to reassess that depending how the rest of this inning goes.
You're going to get to the point where you can challenge the official score.
Right.
The pitcher's tapping on his head after that.
I remember one year the legendary Skip Carey, voice of the Atlanta Braves, got so mad at an official score in the middle of the game he actually put his headsets down. The camera followed him all the way in the press box at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium to go discuss the score and had it overturned. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Well, this thing started when Brendan Lawson fouled one off his knee in the very next pitch. He was down for probably a good 4 or 5 minutes trying to figure out if he was going to stay in the game or not. Next pitch, doubles in the corner. That's how the inning started.
Yeah, first 4 in the inning reached, first 4 scored.
I've been watching him after his last at bat when he came back in the dugout. We're just going to blue collar this. Absolutely no ice. Took no Advil, no painkillers, just hanging out on the bench, walking around. Good to go.
He had to have played hockey. Had to have played hockey. It fits everything that we've seen today.
Chatting with somebody in the first row. That's a foul ball. 1-2 the count to Kyle Jones. Kyle 1 for 4, singled in an RBI in the 5th. Well, the inning is finally over. 4 on the board for Florida. They have pushed it to an 11-1 game. Alabama will try to keep it alive here in the bottom of the 7th.
beast with the power. Like lightning run through my head. I got the need to devour.
That's what's tomorrow. Arkansas wins yesterday, Auburn wins yesterday, and now they get to take on the 2 and 3 seeds, Texas and Arkansas. Well, that's going to be a really good one. 4 o'clock Eastern, and then shortly after that will be the Auburn A&M matchup. And we thought we might get a little change at shortstop, but
no, he's still playing.
Yeah, Mr.
Challenge the strike, the ball call.
I mean, he had a foul ball square off his kneecap and is not coming out of this game. And that one is off the plate. It is a ball. Call confirmed. Peyton Steele 1 for 2. I mean, he's just he's had a busy day. I would say I think the term might be impacted this game. He has impacted the game.
Yeah, the game, the season, the
Yeah,
inning,
right,
like whatever
right.
time frame that you want to pick, that'd be accurate.
Cade McDonald has faced 4 batters and struck them all out.
Looking on a fastball. All 4 of them. It was what we were talking about. Look at location. It's a fastball at the very bottom part of the zone. I mean, guys just, they don't pull the trigger on it.
Because it looks like
They
something.
think it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Your whole life, when it starts there, it ends out of the strike zone. Not with the way that he carries a fastball to home plate.
Again 0-2. Bryce Fowler trying to avoid being the 5th consecutive strikeout victim. Alabama has struck out 12 times today. How about 12 strikeouts and no walks for Florida pitching?
Yeah, that usually plays pretty well. Good take there. That's a good changeup that Fowler just let fall off.
Three and 2 now. And he walked him. Donald out in front 0-2 there. Issues the walk to Fowler, and now you get to face LeBron.
Yeah, now we're going to see him again. Could be LeBron's last at bat of the regular season until they get into the postseason.
LeBron 2 for 3 today. Doubled his last time up. Alabama 18 wins in the league this year. One and 2 the count.
McDonald keeping it fairly simple too. I mean, it's pretty fastball heavy since he's come in. We were talking about this earlier. Rob Bond's first year 13 and 17 made a region. Second year 16 and 14 made a region. This year 18 and 12 will host. That's pretty impressive growth in this league since jumping into it.
I would say that's trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
foul tipped. I mean, that is off the cap of the bat.
It looked like a changeup that was out of way. A split that was out of way from LeBron that he just got a piece of to stay alive.
One and two on LeBron. Lined and throw back to first. Not in time. Two down.
He's shown the ability to do this, man. I mean, just wait, take the ball the other way. Did it earlier in the ball game. That was 104, where it looked like he was maybe a little bit off balance, honestly, but still drove it with authority.
So the last chance, Brady Neal trying to keep it alive for Alabama and move it to the 8th inning. And he may have just done it. This ball's gonna, I don't know if that went off the scoreboard or not, but it went a long, long way. A 2-run homer for Brady Neal.
I think he just put a hole in the umbrella. The Tide not done yet. Brady Neal, number 8 on the season, got a first pitch fastball that kind of hung in a spot he could do some damage. 107 off the bat, 418 feet out to right center field.
Now Jason Torres. Brady needed something positive to happen today. No errors in the outfield, but misplayed a couple of balls, allowed some runs to score, but makes a bit of amends for that.
Yeah,
with his home run.
I mean, that's why he's going to be in the offensive lineup. It's just whether or not they switch anything up in the outfield.
Florida's challenged the ball.
Oh, good job by Carson Bowen. 2-2 the count. Carson Bowen, real leader on this team, and he is catching a bunch of innings this year. I want a slice foul. Berkey and I were down in Gainesville earlier this year for, I forget who was in town, but ended up playing golf with Carson Bowen's father one morning.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He hasn't talked to us since.
He's quite an impression on
yeah,
people.
Say. Eighth pitch of this at bat coming. 38th pitch of the game for Caden McDonald. And he hit him.
Kind of looks like he's running out of gas a little bit. That first inning, the fastball had a little bit more carry to it, a little bit more velocity. Now that's dipped down a little, and Florida's got action in that bullpen.
So here's John Lim, 0 for 3 today. You can see some frustration clearly for McDonald, especially when you start your outing.
I mean, you punch out the first 4 guys looking. Yeah, you look like you're just going to cruise through 2 and everybody's going to get on the bus. But Brady Neal had a little bit different idea. Now you got to get yourself out of the inning. See if he's given the opportunity to do that.
Lim with 9 homers and 31 runs batted in this year. He'll look at strike 1. Lim, the senior transfer out of Brisbane, Australia. And that one scoots past Carson Bowen.
Bowen kind of crossed himself up right there. Couldn't figure out if he wanted to try to take it on the short hop or go down and block it, and got caught a little bit in between the 2 of them.
Sully getting a little frustrated the way things have gone here the last few minutes. No swing. So says our third base umpire, Kevin Sweeney. Oh.
Yeah, that one may have been far enough.
Yeah. Does swing there, and it's 2-2. So Alabama keeps this one alive. They get a 2-run shot from Brady Neal.
Big fly for Brady Neal, keeps it going. Number 8 on the season. It had been a while since he had done this, but that one takes us to the 8th.
Fan Fest here at Hoover Metropolitan Stadium, just up the hill down the right field line. A lot of fun and games for the kids and the adults over there. And there it is in the Finley Center. As you look at our line score, Florida had a chance to end this one with a run roll, but Brady Neal said, not on my watch, not today. So we'll head to the 8th inning. And Evan Steckmesser getting the baseball, the senior out of Huntsville, Alabama, with an 8.5 ERA. Just 6 innings of work 9 punch-outs and 4 walks. Or excuse me, I should say 17 hits, allowed 27 strikeouts and 13 walks.
Alabama back to that bullpen. I would assume that Florida will do the same thing in the 8th. So we're going to see this guy hit again.
So Mr. Lawson with a home run and a double today. Guess what he did yesterday, KP? Had a home run and a double yesterday.
3 knocks, didn't he?
3 base hits total. Say that he is feeling pretty good about life at the plate right now. He has raised his average up to 311. This is what it was like in his last at bat.
It didn't start too fun. After a couple minutes, comes back in. That's the very next pitch. Lawson leans on one and then dives right back on that knee going into second base. He would later score. Gators would put 4 on the board in that 7th inning.
He's raised his average 20 points this weekend already. And he is out on strikes as he looks at a called third for the out number 1.
Yeah, you got to think Lawson too. So often when he's facing a left-hander, gets into a 2-strike count. I think the expectation is he's going to get some kind of breaking ball. And that time Steckmaster just went glove side, or Steckmaster, excuse me, went glove side fastball and just stuck it there, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
Blake Sear. Shot through the left side, his second hit today.
Update, he did play hockey in his youth before switching to baseball permanently. He also, after USA and Canada gold medal game, obviously lost the bet as Team Canada lost to Team USA. Lost a bet to Liam Peterson, so then around campus had to rock a Team USA hockey jersey for the rest of the day.
Yeah, he did.
Sweater.
The sweater.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Sweater.
Yeah, KP's big hockey guy over there in Omaha.
Look at that.
Right. Alabama making a change on the mound as Ethan Surwick awaits to hit. We'll update the change when we come back to Hoover right after this.
fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
The road to Omaha does start here. You look at our top 8 national seeds. 5 of the 8 from the Southeastern Conference. You got 2 ACC clubs and, of course, Big Ten, UCLA. Leading the way. They have been holding down the top spot almost the entire season. You think that's going to hold? What do you think?
That order?
Yeah.
I think the top 7 are absolutely going to. I don't know if it's going to be that exact order, but I think the teams in the top 7 are absolutely going to hold. Yeah, Owens aren't on right now to try to get Alabama back in the dugout. Enters with 1 out right in the middle of this Florida lineup.
Zerwick today, 3 for 4. One and 1 to Zerwick. How about a 3-hit day? Had a single in the second, 4th hit a home run, in the 7th had a double. He's up to 326 now.
Lawson's pushed that OPS above 1,200 today.
Oh, my goodness. That kind of jumps off the paper, doesn't it?
Yeah. A 517 on base percentage coming into the day.
Just wonder what that would look like if he was healthy. He's healthy now, and we'd see what it looks like.
I think you've now seen it.
Sears over at first base. 3-2 pitch on the way. That ball is hit hard out to left. Steele will watch it one hop over the fence. So another double for Zerwick, his 4th hit today with 2 doubles and a home run. Zerwick is part of this offense that is just killing pitching right now the last few weeks of the season.
Yeah, maybe a little bit out in front of this one, but Zerwick gets it off the end of the bat, just gets in the right spot. Looked like a breaking ball out away from him, hooks it down that left field line. There's nothing that Peyton Steele can do out in left field. Yet another hit, now 15 on the day for Florida.
Caden McDonald. Started the day as a designated hitter, but called in to pitch, and so DH is out the door and hits as a pitcher. Remember when our boy Tim Corbin used to fill out his lineup card and would always leave a spot open.
Yeah.
We never knew what he was going to do. We get our lineup card. That ball's ripped down the left field line. 1 run is in. Zerwick turns the corner. He will score. McDonald ends up at second base. He has back-to-back doubles with an RBI. This time he picks up 2 more runs. And it's 13-3.
They're wearing out that left field line right now. Right after the Zerwick double to almost the exact same spot, Caden McDonald follows suit. Now doubles in each of his last 2 at bats to get that Florida lead back to 10.
Morris and Blackwood up in that Alabama bullpen. One out of the inning, and Carson Bowen coming to the plate. They're going to make the change. 9 extra base hits today for the Gators. 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. We'll update the change in a moment.
The epicenter of college baseball. Teams holding their breath for a chance to dogpile in America's heartland. It's the NCAA Baseball Selection Show with watch parties all over the country. Let the road to Omaha begin.
Hey, Monday at noon Eastern on ESPN2, you will find out where your favorite college team is going, who will be all the host sites, so where those will be. And right now, the #1 overall seed.
Yeah, and maybe Georgia enters this discussion if they go through and win the tournament. The RPI is the Georgia issue. I think these are the 3 that are under consideration. North Carolina did take 2 out of 3 from Georgia Tech this year. Finished a game back during the regular season. But it's going to take UCLA getting beat in the Big Ten tournament for there to even be a discussion about it, I think. That 48-6 and 29-1 in the league is quite loud.
You know, everybody, you see it in this league all the time. Everybody has a bad week or 2, right? That we talk about as tournament type teams.
They had a bad day.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They had one bad day.
Yeah.
I think Oregon got them, right?
They did.
Oregon, yeah. Austin Morris out of Warrior, Alabama.
You ever been there?
No, but I like that name, though. See where that is.
Just ask Kenny. He knows.
I'm being told it's north of Birmingham. Maybe I'd have driven through there in my travels throughout the Southeast over the last 3 decades. Yeah, right off of I-65. Ground ball out to third. Torres fields and throws, and they get the second out of the inning. Yeah, Warrior Island. There it is. Right there it is. There it is. Right off I-65 north of Birmingham.
That makes for really good TV.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
No one can see.
I just found it. Just in your mind, imagine Birmingham where it is and then point up.
And there it is.
There it is. There you go. Oh, there's a Gator fan for you. 2 outs, Landon Stripling. This one's out to right. Brady Neal makes the catch, and that'll do it. Going to the bottom of the 8th inning, Alabama down 13-3.
Peter Burns and the whole crew. What are you guys doing? The wave over there. Coming up, we'll have the winners on set. We'll get you ready for another quarterfinals over on Friday. What are you seeing so far?
I mean, this is a statement game by Florida right here. Serowick, Lawson, those two guys have showed up. And I tell you what, if Florida gets that kind of production in the lineup from them two, and Liam Peterson throwing the way he's throwing, look out.
Totally agree. 16 hits. This is the right time for that offense to get hot. Florida's tough to beat.
What are the odds that a team 10 runs a guy that no hits you the time before? Tyler Faith throws a no hitter. Now Florida's put 13 on the board. Impressive.
We'll have Justin on stats, get to that, and also David DeLucci's top 5 rappers of all time.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
I like that.
Later, boys.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, welcome. Glad you could make it.
Yeah. A little late. Had a tea time.
I bet you did. Oh, it's good to see you, though, my friend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend here at the SEC Baseball Tournament. Florida trying to close this one out. They had an opportunity in the 7th and couldn't do it. There's Brendan Lawson, who's had a heck of a day today. And we were talking about his, he played hockey as a junior before committing fully to baseball, which seems to be a pretty good decision. And there it is. That's what he had to wear.
He's even got the hockey hair.
When
he's got both going.
Team USA beat Team Canada, he had to wear that around campus down there at Florida. And as a Canadian, that probably stung a little bit. But, hey, looks good on you, though, Bryn.
The bet is not fully paid off until it makes the soch, right? So there we go.
That's right. Consider it paid off.
It is now out there. Eric Hines 0 for 3 today. All 3 plate appearances have ended with a strikeout. That's at the knees. 1-2. Ricky Reith getting the baseball, making his 16th appearance. The senior out of Windermere, Florida. You see his numbers. 19 strikeouts in 20 innings. Tough day for Hines at the plate.
Yeah. Ricky Reith comes in, gets him with a off-speed pitch right here to start it. For Hines, 4 strikeouts today, and I think all of them have come on that pitch, the slider away.
Now Brendan Holt to the plate, 2 for 3. 94 from Reith. Well, you can see right there that Eric Hines is a frustrated individual. He's already had some good days, but there are some big days ahead for that young man.
There are.
Zerowick across the diamond, 2 down. Good start by Liam Peterson. Didn't think he was going to get through the fifth. Ends up doing just that and will be in line to pick up his third win of the season.
Yeah, he may have made some money today too. That was premier stuff from Liam Peterson.
Now Luke Vaughn 0 for 3. He looks at a strike. And another one at the knees. 0-2. That one misses. It's now 3-2 to Luke Vaughn. Fouled out of play. Earlier this year, Florida took 2 of 3 from the Bulldogs in Athens. That one is shot out to right field.
Not done yet. Good piece right here. Just out of way, shoot that thing to right field.
Big swing from Peyton Steele. It's 0-1. Make it 0-2. Not a really good day for Rob Vaughn and company, but certainly they will eyeball the regional next week, get their park all set up. But this one is over, and Florida looking like a machine here down the stretch.
Yeah, they are rolling right now, but this is short memory right now for Alabama. Turn that page, get back home, get to play in the comfy confines in Tuscaloosa for the next 2 weeks if they're winning. That's a pretty good spot to be.
Liam Peterson picks up his third win of the year. Another big day for that man, Brendan Lawson. Florida wins it 13-3. Here's a look at our bracket. Georgia, Florida, rematch of a series earlier this year in Athens, and Florida took 2 out of 3 from Georgia. Meanwhile, Texas and Arkansas and Texas A&M and Auburn come your way tomorrow. That all starts at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Should be another great day of baseball right here at the SEC tournament. 16 hits for Kevin O'Sullivan's club. Two of those hits from Lawson, 4 of them from Serwick.
Yeah, he's on a little bit of a heater right now.
And everybody
McDonald 2 doubles.
Everybody in the lineup had a hit.
Hits. Yeah, that everybody but Curlin, but that was a pretty impressive day. And
Lawson, of course, took one right off the kneecap. in his second to last at bat. I mean, it looked like there was no chance he was staying in the game.
And then he does this. And he wasn't going to waste any time either. He didn't want to sit in there and wait. And next pitch he gets, he doubles into right center. Started a 4-run rally. And Chris Budden is in town, and we're happy about that. She's with him.
How is the knee right now?
It hurts a little bit, but you know, I ran out the pain as I told someone behind me. I haven't fouled off a ball off my kneecap in a while, but I mean, I'm just happy, you know, I could stay in and help us get a win.
In a while, take me through that at bat, because the very next pitch you hit it and legged out a double.
You know, maybe part of me just wanted the at bat to be kind of over. I mean, I just, you know, saw something out over the plate and put a good swing on it. Yeah.
Showing the rest of your teammate what a true hockey player can do?
Yeah, I guess so.
We appreciate the time. We'll see you in a couple of days.
Thank you.
Guys.
Just calm, cool, and collected. Well, the Florida Gators win it over Alabama. Time to get you to the set on SEC Now. PB, take it away.